Hello agents, I'm going to start this video off by introducing you to my friend. I've been looking for all morning, been here twice already, nowhere to be seen, being all over the map trying to find him. I haven't got a clue where he is these days, but this is my mate Nash, also known as the Snitch. Finally found him. I'll show you the location where I found him. It's probably the most well-known location of all of them, because he spawns randomly all over the map, but he is just outside the, if I just get it on there, the 1040 safe house in Federal Triangle. You just go out one of the doors, turn down the road a little bit, and he's in between all these little structures here. But yeah, here he is. I finally got him, and the reason I've got him is because I want to show you what the vendor Cassie Mendoza has on offer this week later in the video. We'll start off at the vendor in the White House, and before I go ahead, can I just say that there should be in these vendors, there should be blueprints, but I've already been to get them before coming back to do this, but I'll try and get them included in the future. But you can just go and have a look this week and see what's there. I can't remember what they were, but they are there. But gear and weapon wise, there isn't really anything brilliant in this one. There's a military P416. It's not a bad assault rifle, there are better ones, but it's got near-sighted on it, so if you are the type of player that wants more stability in your weapons, this might be a decent one for you to get. But the best piece probably in this vendor is this China's Light Industries mask. It's got 2 offensive rolls on it, it's got critical hit chance, and quite a hefty damage to elite number on there. These are the only 2 offensive attributes you can get on a mask. It's also got Surge for the extra 10% skill haste. You could take Surge off and put hard hitting on and use it as it is for your build, but I would say that probably the best thing to do about this piece here is, if you're going to buy it, is to take the damage to elites off to use it on another piece. Into the campus, and we've got a Petrov defense chest piece here. It's got some decent offensive rolls. It might work for you if you're working on a high crit build. We've also got some China Light knee pads. These could work well with a skill build with the 11% cooldown reduction there. Maybe take cloaked off and put calculated on there for some more cooldown reduction. But the best piece here, in my opinion, and it's not the weapon itself. It's not this M700 carbon itself. It's the talent there, Ranger. Especially if you are the one that uses Marksman rifles or rifles, this is a brilliant talent to have on them weapons. It's every 5 meters you are away from the target grants 2% weapon damage, which is quite a lot of damage, especially for long-range weapons like that. Say 50 meters would give you an extra 20% weapon damage. 50 meters is not far at all if you're using a rifle or a marksman rifle, so that really can up your numbers, that talent. It's a really good talent if you're using them weapons. Into the theatre, and there is absolutely nothing here. I think the only reason you'd visit here is if you were desperate to get the final piece of a certain brand to finish off a build that you're trying to make. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother too much with this one. Into DZ East, and here we've got these 511 tactical gloves. 2 offensive rolls on here, critical hit chance and shotgun damage. It's also got surgical talent, which is a really good talent that needs no requirements to use, which ups your critical hit chance. I do believe there's a nerf coming to this at some point soon, so that bonus may lower, but still good talent nonetheless. If you're not using a shotgun, maybe if you're going to buy these, you could switch out the shotgun damage for the damage of whatever weapon you're using. We've also got Murakami Industries knee pads with a decent 9,000 bonus armor roll on there. There's also another talent that is good for marksman rifles, long range weapons here, which is Entrench. Headshots from cover repair 5% of your armor. You can only use this with a rifle and a marksman rifle, but that's a really good talent to use on them weapons, because most of the time you're going to be in cover when you're taking shots with them anyway. Also got a tactical Super 90 shotgun here with one of the best damage talent in the game. Optimist weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine, so the emptier your magazine gets, the more damage you're going to be doing. You're going to melt a bit faster. Really good damage talent to use on any weapon really. That. And here they've got a Murakami Industries backpack. It's got a decent mixed spread of attributes there if you're after a sort of mixed build. This is an alright one to go for. A couple of decent talents on it. Hard hitting is very common talent, but it's a really good one for PvE with the damage to elites on it. It's got efficient as well. Using an armor kit has a 50% chance not to consume the armor kit. That effectively, in a way, gives you free armor kits. It lets you basically have more than the 6 that it gives you, because sometimes it just won't take one off your total that you've got there. There's a decent pair of Wyvern knee pads here with a decent talent on. Calculated as a very good talent for skill builds. Kills from cover reduce skill cooldowns by 20%. That is always really helpful when you're building a skill build. We've got an LVOAC as well, and it's got Ranger on it. So if you look back to the Marksman Rifle, that had Ranger on it. If you're after a rifle with Ranger on, the score isn't very good, but you can either use this. It's got Jazz Hands as well for its reload speed. You can either just use this as it is, or just take the talent off there onto the one that you've already got. And the final Dark Zone vendor this week, Dark Zone West. There's not a terrific amount of gear here for you to pick up. Perhaps these Heraldic gloves here, they've got 9% rifle damage on. If you're planning on building a rifle build, these are perfect to pick up for you to throw onto your gloves. Other than that, there isn't really too much in this one this week. And onto the clan vendor in the base of operations. Our clan is at level 30, so you might not have as many things as I have here. But let's get to it. It's a decent, well, decent, it's quite good, apart from the score maybe. Fenris group chest piece there. On top of the assault rifle damage that the brand set gives you, this thing is rolled with crit chance, crit damage and headshot damage, and it's also got unstoppable force as a talent. I think all of them put together would make an absolutely brilliant piece for damage. They're all offensive attributes on there. Maybe give that a look. Badger Tough gloves, Marksman Rifle damage, maybe you could take them off and put them onto your Heraldic gloves for your marksman damage. Alp Summit backpack here, really good rolls actually for a skill build. It's got skill power, cooldown reduction on it. It's got tech support as its talent. Kills by active skills grant 25% skill damage for 10 seconds. Another really good talent for skill builds. Damage on that. So quite high crit damage on these Overlord chest piece. 18.5%. It might do on its own. You might be able to take that off. You might not get as high a roll when you take it off without being so high, but it's worth a look. China Light Industries knee pads here. Calculated, another piece with calculated on for your skill builds. And then onto the weapons. Doesn't really seem to be anything special on here. Strained is a decent talent, but that is only a pistol. We've got a sniper here. Covert SRS, stop, drop and roll. Decent talent for getting rid of status effects. Yeah, but that's it for there. And finally onto Cassie Mendoza. She is the vendor that you unlock when you find the snitch. When you find him and you speak to him, this little shopping cart icon will pop up on your map to tell you where she is. Just go into there and speak to her, and she's got some decent Heraldic gloves. They've got Terminate talent on them, which is a decent talent for skill builds. You can keep them on there and use them on that one, or move them over to another piece if you want. There's a Marksman Rifle in there with reload speed in it. There's a mod for Seeker Mines cooldown reduction mod. There's a named weapon as well, Invisible Hand. It's an AUG assault rifle. It's got a couple of decent talents on their rate of fire talents, but this weapon comes with its own unique skin, which is just basically a pale blue, solid blue skin itself. I think it'll only work on this weapon for now. I think you can unlock it for other weapons through the game, but it's called Admiral for Invisible Hand. I think that's a nice touch. And she's also got a really good submachine gun, an MP5. It's got close and personal on it, which is a really good, well, probably the best damage talent that you can get on an SMG, because you're always really close in combat when using an SMG. Killing a target within 7 meters grants 50% weapon damage for 5 seconds. It's also got a rate of fire talent on there, protected reload, which gives you 10% bonus ammo while you reload. It looks like a decent SMG for PvP, this. So that's it. That's all the things you can get this week in the vendors. Thanks for watching. I hope I've helped out.